Hey you guys, it's Cayley. I'm back with another what sold from last week video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over everything that sold last week on eBay and Poshmark. Those are my two main platforms that I sell on, and that is where the bulk of my income comes from. In addition to giving you some of the breakdown of my numbers, I will also be sharing some of my highlighted sales, some handpicked items that I think you should look for at your local thrift store to flip online for a profit. We're going to dive right in. Okay, so all of the sales that I'll be going over today happened between November 7th through the 13th. That is a Sunday through a Saturday. In total, I sold 90 items between two different platforms, eBay and Poshmark, for a gross sales total of $3,379.07, making my average sale price $37.55. And based on an average buy cost, my estimated cost of goods for those items was $360. Estimated net based on the cost of goods, fees, and shipping costs, after all is said and done, was $2,129.45. On eBay, I sold 63 items. On Poshmark, I sold 27. Gross sales on eBay were just over $2,500, and on Poshmark, just over $800. We are going to once again quick rapid fire through all of these highlighted sales because I do have quite a bit to show you. First up is this REI Co-op backpack. This was called the Flash 18. And I actually found a quantity of two of these at the bins, both on different days, and they were in pretty much brand new condition. So what I did is once I found the second one, I just updated the quantity because they were in basically the same condition. I had these listed for $34.88 and they both sold for full price last week. And once again, we picked these up at the bins and they were super lightweight. Have no idea why anyone was passing on these, but keep your eye out for REI bags and just in general hiking backpacks. Also sold this bag. This was a Banana Republic men's vintage safari bag. And you can kind of tell from how old the tag is, as well as the condition of this item. There was a little bit of wear, but this is a very, very rare item. And so if you come across any Banana Republic men's bags, especially if they are canvas and leather like this, regardless of a little bit of discoloration, I would definitely pick it up. We accepted an offer of $70 for this, and this sold almost immediately after listing. I paid $4.99 at a thrift store. Here's a J. Crew piece. There is actually a lot of J. Crew pieces in today's What Sold, so keep your eye on what styles are selling, but they are mostly jackets and more substantial pieces. This is a J. Crew women's pea coat. This was a little bit special. It had Nello Gory stadium cloth fabric. Did take a little bit to sell because it was a size 0. I originally picked this up for $4.99 at a thrift store, and I accepted an offer of $42. Next is this sweater by Mario Caldi. This is a men's brand, and I mainly took a look at this because it was 100% cashmere. Basically anything 100% cashmere, as long as there's no holes, I would definitely do a comp on. This one I paid $1.99 for at a thrift store. It sold for my full asking price of $49.99. These are a pair of Max by Rocket Dog women's combat boots. And it looks like Max was actually the style name. I'm not sure why we put that in the very front of the title. But regardless, there it is. Rocket Dog does have a really good following. However, their pieces don't normally flip for a whole lot of money. However, I decided to pick this one up regardless because it was real leather and it was a very unique combat style with a really tight ankle. These ones I picked up for $6.29 at a thrift store. They sold for $32.87. This is a Levi's men's canvas jackets. I like picking up pretty much all men's Levi's jackets, whether that's canvas, leather, or faux leather, because they do really well, especially when they are kind of workwear looking. You can see this one did have some fading, which we made sure to note. And this one sold for our full asking price of $49.87. We picked this up for $3.99, and I think I got it so cheap because of the fading. This is an Eddie Bauer men's new with tags fleece pullover. The reason I picked this one up was because it was new with tags and camo. Camo print definitely adds value in a lot of brands. This one we had listed at $39.91, but it ended up selling on an offer for $35.92. I did pay a little up for this. I paid $10.99. However, still a great return on investment. This is an Equipment Femme. Great brand to be on the lookout for, especially in cashmere sweaters. Again, pretty much anything cashmere really ups the value of items, especially in the brand Equipment. I paid $4.39 at a thrift store, and it sold on an offer for $49.46. This is a new brand to me. This is Antica Santoria. I would definitely keep your eye out for this. I looked at this on a new rack because it was so unique and because it felt like really good material. So this was a silk maxi dress embroidered, and it turns out this brand is very desirable. This one we accepted an offer of $90 on, and we paid $4.99 at a thrift store. This is the brand Figs. It is a really great scrubs brand to look for. This is a size XL. I paid $3.99 for it. I think scrubs is a place a lot of people don't look. There are very few scrubs brands that'll pick up, but this is a definite bolo in the scrub section, especially the technical collection. This one I had listed for $34.98, and it did sell at full asking price. This is a Talbot's, definitely a brand I don't pick up, but you can see it's kind of vintage. It is a chunky Christmas sweater. I don't know what to say about Christmas sweaters other than I come across them a lot and I pick up very few. The ones I do pick up are very, very unique, but tasteful. And I thought that this one was really unique and could still be kind of cute. We listed this at $39.99 and it sold for full asking price. I picked this up for $4.39. These were a pair of Go Silk, another bolo brand to be on the lookout for, at least in this style. Had never heard of this before. These are just a pair of women's size extra small 100% silk pants. And this one was really surprising. It was new with tags, so that definitely helped to up the value. However, if it was in good condition, I would probably pick these up pre-owned. We paid $4.99 and they sold for full asking price of $59.89. Next up is Carhartt, a brand that is pretty bread and butter for us. We come across it a lot and it does sell pretty quickly, not always for a ton of money, but for cheap we do get it. I paid $2.50 for this. This is just a pocket long sleeve men's shirt in yellow, and this sold for full asking price very quickly for $19.89. This is a women's Royal Robbins athletic skirt, and athletic skirts and skirts I'm still picking up regardless of how cold it's getting in certain brands because they do still have a pretty good sell-through rate. We paid $4 for this. It sold on an offer for $22.40. Here's another J. Crew piece. This is a women's 100% cashmere turtleneck sweater. And it did say Italian yarn on the tag, so we included that in the title. Once again, cashmere really upping the value on brands that you might not normally pick up. Plus this was more substantial in a turtleneck. We paid $4.39 and it ended up selling on an offer for $40.40. Here's another Talbot's piece. I picked this one up because of the novelty print. Would definitely keep your eye out for novelty print items. They're super easy to look up. Paid $2.20 at a thrift store. It sold for an offer of $20.55. This is a men's brand I would definitely recommend looking for. Bolo for me doesn't always sell for a ton, but it has a really great following. The brand is Carbon to Cobalt, and this is just a men's long sleeve black Henley shirt. Henley is the neckline here with the 3 buttons. That is a great keyword to know. Henley shirts are very popular, have a really good sell-through rate in a lot of brands. We paid $4.39 for this, and it ended up selling on an offer for $31.39. These are a pair of Nayot boots. They tend to make comfort shoes. These are 100% leather. I showed these on a thrift haul and you guys went nuts for them. I had a lot of people reaching out to me. I did send out immediate messages with the link to this as soon as it was listed. And thank you so much to the viewer who purchased this. I really appreciate your support in my eBay store and also on my YouTube channel. So this viewer just bought them outright. And again, thank you so much for that purchase. They paid $39.88. We paid $4.99 at a thrift store. This is a Zara women's long sleeve, long length dress. I still pick up a lot of Zara dresses, even full price at a thrift store if they are at least a midi length, if not a maxi length. So we paid $4.99 for this. It sold for a full asking price of $29.88. This is a Desigual women's belted green mini skirt. I've been having some really good luck with this brand. It's pretty easy to spot because it's usually kind of wacky and weird. And regardless of when I check the sell-through rate, I think I'm going to continue picking this brand up because it just has performed so well for us. We picked this up for $4.99 at a thrift store. It did sell for full asking price, $34.88. This is another Bolo brand for us. This is J. McLaughlin. This is a women's brand that is similar to Lily Pulitzer. And if you find stuff, especially with really nice all over print, those are the Bolo items in this brand. So this was a nice sheath dress. It did sell for our full asking price of $54.88. And we paid $4.99 at a thrift store. Moving on to some Poshmark items. This is the brand A New Day. I've been talking about this brand a lot, but we really like picking this up at the bins or when we can get it for cheap. This was an XXL and it was a more substantial dress because it was longer length and tiered. We got actually $22 for this, surprisingly. And I took a chance on this. We actually paid full price $4.99 at a thrift store, and it sold very, very quickly. The reason I felt comfortable paying a little bit up for it was because of the size. This is a Victoria's Secret bra. Highly recommend looking for Victoria's Secret bras at the bins. Super lightweight, really easy to list, and they flip for good money. This was a Jaguar padded bra that sold for $22, and we did pick this up at the bins. This is a pair of women's Brooks running shoes. This is a great brand to look for in both men's and women's. This particular style was called the Adrenaline GTS 21, and these were a size 9 wide, which seems like it actually helped to sell them quicker. I was kind of unsure about the wide length, but it seemed to help. I paid $4.99 full price at a thrift store. It did sell for $68, which was an amazing return on investment. Next up is another REI item. These are just a pair of women's hiking pants, but they were a size 18, so plus size always adds value in my opinion. These sold very quickly for a full asking price of $29, and we paid $4.99 at a thrift store. This is a great Bolo brand to be on the look for, especially in men's items. This is Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren. Here's that Henley neckline again. We sold this for $30 and we paid $6. LL Bean has been performing very, very well for us. We found a couple of these pullover quilted sweatshirts, new with tags, size extra large petites, and they've all sold. So this sold for $34. We paid $4.39 at a thrift store. Here's another J. Crew piece. Again, you probably see a theme with the jackets or the coats. This is called the Regent blazer, which apparently is a very, very good style. This one was also a size 12, which is like a really good size to find in a blazer. I got $57 for this and I paid $4.99 at a thrift store. Definitely do not pass on J. Crew blazers, especially those specific style ones. This is a pair of silver jeans. I sell these all the time. These were a pretty decent size and a size 29, and I really like the dark wash. These were a little bit more modern, which is why I think we got more for them than usual. We paid $4.99 at a thrift store and they sold for $40. And lastly is another J. Crew women's blazer. This one is called the Schoolboy Blazer. Once again, style name on the inside. This one wasn't as great of a size. It was a size 4, so I have been sitting on it for a little bit, but the Schoolboy blazers do really good, and the houndstooth print I think really helped to up the value. We paid $6.99 for this piece, and it sold for $51. Alright guys, so that's it for what sold last week. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out if you enjoy these kind of videos. And if you're not already, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification bell down below. That way you get notified as I make new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.